Tom, how are you?
I'm just complaining about always dropping his joints when I'm at the traffic light.
You're dropping your joints at the traffic lights.
Yeah, shaking it. I'm always at it.
So Tom, do you smoke hash and drive?
Yeah, I smoke a lot of hash. Yeah,
And can you smoke hash and drive?
Yeah, I can. I'm well capable of it.
Because we're talking of all the weird things that people do when they're driving now. All right, there's texting. We shouldn't do that. We know there's a law against that. I'm sure there's a law against having a joint, getting stoned out of your trolley and driving at the same time.
Happy hours I do driving now.
So it's happy hour in your car when you roll a joint, and there you go. You have a spliff.
It's happy day, Chris.
Oh, it's happy days. Okay, it's happy days. Yeah. Now, I'm just wondering. Lost Eric, but Liam, there you go.
Yes, Chris.
Can you tell us why, Tom? Now they're all calling us in, all the weird things people do when they're driving. Can you tell Tom he has a joint when he's driving? Is that as bad as texting?
I don't think so. If that's what keeps Tom happy, Mar, look to him. I'm happy texting while I'm driving. He's having a smoke.
It's just having a flag.
Whatever keeps you happy. I said, what are people doing other things in their car while they're driving? But that's their own business, you know.
Hang on a second. Here's a guy. Actually, one guy sent us in now. Chris, I can do Facebook and maps while I drive. It's second nature to me now.
That's a lie, Chris. He's lying.
He's lying through his teeth.
Yeah, he's lying. He's waffling now.
This is coming from. This is from Tom, who rolls a joint.
Maybe he can, Chris.
All right, okay. Somebody said it was easier when the phones had decent buttons on them before the touch screens. Yeah, I know that. All right, how many people? Tom, how often do you do this? By the way, you're having an old joint there, and you're smoking away, and you're driving as well.
Well, I get a box of 20 blue, and they'll be gone by about 10:30 that night from the drinks. From the good soap bar, you know what I mean?
There you go, Amy. Would you feel safe with this guy driving on the road near you?
No.
Stoned out. Presumably, you're not taking the joint to...
I'm not judging him or anything. It's just...
Common sense is going to tell you...
Yeah, it's like being drunk. Like, what if he was to kill somebody in a crash?
I'm a good pilot.
I'm not saying you're not a good driver. It's just you're not in your right frame of mind. Like, if you're smoking a joint, so...
Hang on, hold on, lads, hold on. We're getting. It's confession night on FM104. Loads of people are now calling us in. They text, they do Facebook, phones. One guy said it is second nature to me now. I can do this every single time. Your man Tom is getting a lot of reaction too. He's smoking a spliff while driving. Is there anything wrong with that? You tell us. If you met any of these people, and let's be honest, we have all met these guys. I mean, Liam, if you're driving now, it would, I'd say it would take you about 1 minute to find somebody who's driving and on the phone at the same time.
Yeah, every time. Yeah.
Every single time it happens. Yeah. We got Lee as well. Lee, you're live on FM104. How you doing, Lee?
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Not bad. You can do what?
I use the phone for everything when I drive. I use it for maps. I actually wrote down this year while I was driving. I had the phone to my ear at the minute when I'm driving.
So, and is it second nature to you?
It would be, yeah. You know, you'd be sitting in traffic or anything and you'd be going through your contacts or your messages, anything, WhatsApp, everything really.
Do you pay any heed at all to any of the TV ads on TV? They spend millions on.
I used to see the ads on TV, right, and they would, you'd obviously watch it and you'd be a bit shocked by it, but when push comes to shove, you're on the phone, but you know what you're doing when you're driving as well. You have your wits about you.
What's 3 points in a fine? Does that bother you?
I've never had points from my phone, but if I got
not on your phone, on your licence.
You kind of, you have. I'd like to be looking for guards when I'm driving as well to see. I have the phone down. Obviously, I wouldn't have it on show as well.
I'm just wondering. We must have the biggest audience of lawbreakers in the country calling us in at the moment, or maybe just people are being very honest. But there you go. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. 53104 for 20 cents. What do you say to people? Seriously, if you're driving right now, or maybe you're at home and you're thinking, hang on, these guys are on the road with you every day. There's Lee. He goes on Facebook all the time. He looks at Google Maps all the time. Lee, the phone is never out of you. Do you feel confident doing this, Lee?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, there'd be times I might stray out on the road or something, but I'd always have my wits and, I'd recover.
Did you ever have a moment where you thought, Jesus, I didn't see that car coming?
I'll be completely honest, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but maybe longer than that. Before the iPhones came out anyways, I had a touchscreen phone with me and I was actually driving in Galway at the time. and they ended up driving into the back of someone. But it was the phone. I wasn't able to work the phone. That's why that happened. But
and when people say to you, you shouldn't be on the phone in the first place, what do you say to that?
Well, I suppose they have a point, but it's not going to stop me anyways.
So nothing will stop you from using your phone and driving at the same time. And it's not. You see, it's not just It's not just texting, because I know a lot of people will text, and this out excuse. I text at traffic lights, Your Honour. I'm grand. They don't buy that. But there you, Liz, you're doing Facebook. You're doing Google Maps. There's nothing you don't do.
Music as well. You have to have music in the car as well. So I have everything really going.
So all right, here we go. You ring and tell me, folks, is there anybody here that's just been on the air, and there's loads, nobody's objecting yet. 53104 for 20 cents, 6797 FM104 is our phone number. Eamon has just texted in, his text is all over the place, but he says, I have no problem texting while driving. Let me see, we'll go, Gavin. Hello, Gavin.
How are you, Chris?
Not bad.
How's it going?
Are you one of these characters as well where it doesn't bother you?
No bother to me, yeah, we do a load of things. I like to have a pedal and crank on the way home from work.
Sure you do, Gavin, I'm sure you do. We'll come back with more people who maybe want to give some of these guys a bit of advice. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. 53104 for 20 cents. Hi, Chris. Most of the time when I'm driving with a woman, I have for what... I get that. All right, Alex, I'm not going to read that one out to you. So the ads haven't worked then, lads, have they? I mean, all right, to be fair, we did ask for honesty. We are getting it. We have Tom stoned out of his trolley on his spliffs. He has an L joint while he's driving. That's not unusual. I've talked to people about that months ago on the air. Remember there was a big, they wanted to legalise cannabis or something. There's a big march outside the Dáil, and there were hundreds of people there, and we asked all the people who were going home in their cars, did you smoke a joint? They said, no, we're actually smoking a joint now, and they do it all the time. But there you go. What do you say to these people? Are they absolutely insane? Is there anybody out there at all who thinks you actually should obey the law, you shouldn't text while driving, you shouldn't do Facebook, and you shouldn't actually have a joint as well? Because all these people are saying, yeah, this is what we do. Quite happy doing it. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. 53104 for 20 cents. Maybe you think these people are just... out of their minds. Lots of people are calling in about the various things they're doing when they're driving, including Tom is getting a lot of reaction. Lee got a lot of reaction too, because he said it is second nature to him to go on Facebook all the time. His Google Maps, everything. His social media is with him in his pocket, and he pays no attention to the TV ads. The reason is, there's a lot of people agreeing with him. They're convinced, and I know a lot of you think they're delusional, they're convinced they can do it. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. You're not supposed to do all this. You're going to get penalty points. You're going to get a fine. It's 3 penalty points, by the way. I'm not quite sure what it's not just texting, by the way, but it's a form of texting. They're sending messages. One guy said, it's not the same, Chris. I'm sending a message on my Facebook. It is the same. You're not supposed to use the phone. Mary is on the line. Mary, you must be a bit like me, a little bit gobsmacked about not alone that they're doing it, but the attitude is, no, I can do it.
I'm actually in total shock, because I commute every day to work.
Right.
And I, even just coming into work this morning, there was a 3-car pile-up on the motorway, which caused long delays. And I'm sure, I don't know what caused the accident, but I'm sure texting or phoning was one of the causes. And I commute every day, and the roads are absolutely lethal out there because of, pardon my French, but assholes on the road not using or doing the rules of the road.
And when you hear people, especially the attitude you've heard tonight, and there's plenty of them.
I'm actually in shock, because I'm actually coming down from work at the moment, and I'm driving, but I'm hands-free.
Yeah, and these guys were doing everything on their phone. It wasn't just texting. It was, chatting to people on Facebook, rolling a joint, having a joint.
I think they're full of shit, because there's no way you can concentrate on the road and drive. And most of the people that are speaking there are from Dublin. It's the accent. And they're driving in the city. And city traffic is hectic enough without people on phones or on Facebook or maps or texting or smoking joints. But that's why we have so much so many accidents on the road is because they're...
Okay, what do you say to that, Tom? You'd only cause accidents because you're not really paying attention. You're out of your trolley.
No, we aren't paying attention, Chris. Yeah, it sounds like she's flat down there the motorway herself, so don't mind her. She's multitasking herself.
I'm actually doing 120, which is legal.
Yeah, but you're doing it while driving, so you're on the phone, so you're doing
She's on a hands-free.
My car has it built in, so it is legal for me. And my phone is in my bag on the floor.
It's hands-free.
It's not even hands-free, it's actually built into the phone.
No, but my joint is hands-free when it's in your mouth.
Sorry?
My joint is hands-free when it's in your mouth.
It's not, it's actually, it's built into my car.
No, not you. Nothing to do with you. When I'm in
No, he's saying when he smokes a joint, it's hands-free as well, but that's not the thing. Do you think? All right, he's taken a drug presumably to either relax him or slow him down a bit or whatever it does, and then he's driving at the same time. Mary, if that guy, say if Tom was near you right now driving, and he was having his joint, would you feel a little bit uncomfortable knowing?
I'd pull in at the side of the road and give him a wide berth.
Do you not think?
Give him a wide berth because there's traffic lights, pedestrians, and I mean, like, you have to keep your eyes out for the cyclists on the road, the cycle out in front of you, people walk out in front of you. It's just, the roads are mad enough without people, relaxing, having a joint. I have not a problem with him having a smoke off with him, but not on the roads. The roads are lethal at the moment, and especially if you're trying to drive through the city and then you're coming down, you're trying to make your way home or get to your destination in a safe manner.
What about the people who they text as well? And this is really common. Texting is...
I see it 24/7. I see it on the road every single day. If I pass out someone or someone's passing me, they have a phone in their hand. They're either talking into the phone or they're texting on the phone. And they're going over the white line. Accidents are happening. And it's as simple as that.
Okay, hold on a second. Liam, you're able to do this. Mary disagrees with you completely.
Chris, I don't mind Mary at all. She shouldn't be on her phone and driving at the same time either,
I'm not on my phone. I've got it built into my phone, into my car.
It doesn't matter. Obviously, you're not concentrating on the road if you're talking on the radio.
I can look at the road. I'm going either side of it. I am as close as you on than anyone else.
Listen, missus, you're making up our excuses there. You don't be trying to call me. I can multitask. I'm like you.
Well, fair dues to you, because it's supposed to be only women that can multitask.
No, I can multitask.
I can commend you on it. If you're taking your time, fire ahead. And if there's no guards around, I'm saying it's just my opinion that I see it every day. And as I said, just coming into work today, it held me up by around 40 minutes because the traffic was backed up, and there was 3 unfortunate people in accidents today.
And all it takes is just a little moment, a brief moment where you look down to your phone, then you look back up to see what's coming, and it's too late.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, I'm only after being sending a text just there and I was driving.
That doesn't mean the next 10 texts you send, it could be the last one you send.
Yeah, you're right, Chris, but that's a chance I take, you know what I mean?
So are you willing to take the chance? Because, you see, as Mary is saying, she's seen this 24/7. Loads of people do this. And this is what I would say. There's no point denying it. People do it.
Yeah, Chris, I can multitask. My hands, I have hands like an octopus,
Right.
So I can just be watching and be texting at the same time,
I don't know. Listening to all these people, folks, are they delusional? Are they mad? Or is everybody that's phoning us, bar Mary, every single person thinks, yeah, it's grand. There is no problem in being on the phone, being on Facebook, sending a text, smoking a joint and driving at the same time. They're absolutely... So,
they have to remember, sorry for cutting in there, they have to remember, Chris, you may have hands like octopus and fair dues to you, but the asshole coming against you may not have hands like octopus and they're going to drive to you. It's not you. It may be the asshole that's coming out to you that might be smoking a joint or going too fast or on the phone, got bad news, bum, 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 and that's it. Game over.
I doubt if they're paying any attention to you whatsoever, Mary. Is Mary right? We want to hear from you folks. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. I do not know if I believe this. Sometimes I watch YouTube videos or a movie while driving, but only if I know the road. That's a real Irish thing. Only if I know the road. I am a little bit shocked, to say the least. So many people calling in, by the way. Is this... Keith, does anyone obey the law here? Anyone calling in obeying the law? Anyone at all? Bar Mary. Every single person is a lawbreaker, smokes, goes on Facebook. Every single person. Bar Mary, you would be shocked. We're getting hundreds of calls. Every single person, bar you.
Because I see it every day.
Every single one of them, either smoking and joint, they're texting, they're on Facebook. One guy, you heard him, Lee, earlier on, he does Google Maps while he's there. I mean, it's endless what people are doing.
People are getting killed. People are getting killed, they're getting maimed, they're getting sliced apart. That's one of the reasons. So, yeah, I'm not one bit shocked. I'm not one bit surprised. It's happening every day. I pass every single car going to work, or they pass me, and they're on the phone 24/7, every second person. And I'm not just talking about the ordinary person. I'm talking about guards as well. They're on the mobile phones and driving.
Okay.
And the cars that they're driving has a built-in system, like my own car.
Hang on a sec. All right, is Mary right in what she's saying? This is what everyone is doing, especially if you're around 20. That's the age. If you're around 20, you don't care. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. James is live on FM104. James, how you doing, James?
How are you, Chris?
Not bad. You can multitask as well.
Well, I'm actually driving at the moment. I've got you on the loudspeaker because I haven't got hands-free.
Okay. And the loudspeaker, all right, it's a built-in thing, which is probably even better than the hands-free. Can you text?
I can text. I actually texted in there a few minutes ago while I was driving as well.
And you don't, because there are people calling us in. The bit that amazes me, everyone, bar Mary, every single person calling us in, they're convinced there's not an issue here. They can do it. They have the talent to do it. Are you convinced it's not an issue to you?
No, sure.
You can do all of this.
Sure. Sometimes I have the phone strapped to the dash and I just watch an YouTube video or something.
You watch a video while you're driving?
Yeah. Well, only if I know the roads and the back roads.
Now, do you know something? That's a real Irish one, that, isn't it? Only you may know the roads, but you don't know what's on the roads. You don't know if you're going to meet Tom, who was on line 4 a few minutes ago, who's stoned out of his trolley, having his joint to relax him while he's driving, and he may not even see you.
It's very true, but that's a risk I'm willing to take as well.
I don't know. I'm gobsmacked. I really am gobsmacked. At the amount of people that are calling us in, thinking, seriously, they think all those road safety videos, they're laughing at them at this stage. And going on what you're saying, and to be fair, I did ask, I'm only myself to blame, I did ask people to be brutally honest, and they are being honest, and say, yeah, we do it. We're not Boy Scouts, we're not angels. There are people giving out, so you shouldn't be talking about that. Well, actually, I think we should, because we just established all those ads on TV aren't working. Do you ever worry, James, about getting your 3 points?
Actually, no, because I've never been caught, but the only thing I've ever been caught for by the guards is actually not wearing a seatbelt. And
that's fair enough. I think you'd agree with that.
Yeah, well...
You really should have a seatbelt. That's just common sense.
Well, I was pulling out of a car parking space I was actually pulling out of a car park in Tesco's, and they just stopped me and gave me points for it.
Oh, you got points for it?
Yeah, I wasn't even on the road for it. I wasn't technically on the road, I was still in the car park.
Now come on. But the thing is, no, I see what you mean. You might have, if you had the right judge and the right day, you get away with it.
Yeah.
But it's a risk if you go to court, because sometimes they can whack up the points, can't they?
Yeah.
And you don't want that. Hang on a second, lads. James drives and talks on the phone. Sometimes, as he said, he watched, because 4G is great all over the country, well, in some parts of the country anyway. He can look at a YouTube movie as well, if he knows the road. Tara is on line 1. Tara, you're live on FM104. Come save me, please. Help.
I'm actually on my way home from college at the moment, and I can tell you one thing, there's only one multitasking those guys are doing, and that's driving and talking shite at the same time on the phone. That's the only multitasking they're doing.
Yeah, but unfortunately, from what Mary is saying, she sees it all the time, every single day. People are doing
I do
this.
too. I travel down the N4 and onto the M50 every day for work, and I see that. And to be honest, if they want to make that choice to do that themselves, that's fine. But they're not giving any of us the choice on the roads, Chris.
Yeah, they're not giving you that choice because you don't know. Maybe they could have had you could have a row with the missus, a row with somebody, and you're having a text row with somebody, and, it could be on Facebook or whatever, and then you're not really paying attention to what you're doing, are you?
No, not at all. And you actually find that you see it in the bigger, more expensive cars as well, that guys that have spent 40 or 50 grand on a BMW don't have a hands-free kit in the car. Like, for God's sake, get a grip.
It's common sense, just common sense.
Yeah, and it's not only that. You hit a car with children or something in it. Are you going to live with yourself and justify the fact that you thought it was more important to be on your phone and you can multitask? Come on, get a grip, lads. Seriously.
And as I keep saying to people, if it's a Facebook message or a text or whatever, it can wait.
Yeah.
No, the world isn't going to end because you didn't send the bloody message. It can wait.
Can I also ask as well why it's only men that feel that they can do that on the road and not women, when we seem to get such a bad rep for driving in the first place?
Actually, that's a good point. Liam, Liam, you can represent the men here. Why is it just men who feel that they can do this? So far, I'm not getting any women who can say that.
Because, Chris, we're the only ones that can drive properly under the road. Ask that one there. Is she on L plates? Is she?
N plates.
You on L plates, are you?
You obviously don't know the driving now. There are no longer L plates at the moment. And another thing, I have a full hands-free kit incorporated into my car, unlike you, Bozo, currently driving on the road. And if you'd like to read your road manual, your rules of the road, considering you're such a great driver, nowhere does it say that you can drive with a phone in your hand and text at the same time. You need to go back and learn to read as well as drive, pal.
No, you need to learn how to drive. I'm a professional driver. That's why I can do what I can do. I can multitask,
I hope to God you're not a taxi driver or something, because if you are, your license should be taken off you.
Okay, I want to just stay with us, Tara, if you can. We're going to need you. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. Is Tara the voice of sanity and reason tonight? I did ask a question, and as you know, the phone show has a reputation of just speak your mind. Whatever it is, just say it, but be honest about it. Don't be politically correct. Obviously, from what Keith is saying to me on the phones tonight, that there are so many people calling us in, and we were talking about texting, and then it was Facebook, and then it's a lot more people are doing. Linda, Linda's on the phone. How are you, Linda?
How are you, Chris?
Not bad. You do what?
I smoke grass. I do when I'm driving.
See,
I smoke every day of the week, and I don't see any harm in it.
This is while you're driving?
Yes, while I'm driving, yeah.
Because a lot of people will say, that's grand, smoke away, no bother, but not while you're driving.
I'm not harming anyone, I'm not. I don't have accidents. I'm driving 20 years now without an accident.
There you go, Tara. How do you deal with that? She's smoking weed while she is driving and is convinced it's grand.
Does this woman have children on a conscience?
Do you have any children, Linda?
I have 6 children, I have.
She has 6 kids.
16 grandchildren and a great-granddaughter.
How would you feel if somebody who is smoking weed like you crashed in and killed one of your family members or one of your grandchildren? Would you say that was okay? Could you justify that was okay?
How can you go on the radio and ask people what about when you don't know anything about it yourself?
Hang on.
Mind your own business.
Hold on, excuse me. You've just come on national radio and say that you smoke a substance.
I do. Trust me, I do.
So
yes,
sorry,
I do.
what's your justification?
7 days a week I smoke, and 7 days a night.
Yeah, and where does it say in the rules of the road that you're allowed to smoke weed? Would you have a cop on as well, for God's sake? A woman with children and grandchildren.
I'm a grandmother, I am.
Yeah, well, I tell you something, you're not a very bloody good role.
Yes, and I hope my grandchildren only smoke weed, they don't go on heavy drugs.
Do you know something, Linda? You're some example to your grandkids. You really are.
I am. Yeah, I've got 16 grandchildren.
Yeah, and so the granny will sit there. Why do you need to smoke a joint while you're driving?
Keeps me insane.
Sane.
Oh, good luck. Good
Keeps you
luck.
sane. Does it relax you? Is that what you're saying,
Yeah,
Linda?
relaxes the whole body of those, Chris.
And do you want to be that relaxed when you're driving a car?
I do, yes. I'm 20 years driving. I never had an accident.
Why does everyone else avoid you?
One. Pardon?
Does everybody else avoid you?
Yes.
Not surprised.
They don't bother me.
One.
I don't bother them.
You are bothering everybody because it takes once for you to kill somebody. It only takes 1 second off the road for you to kill somebody. And for you to promote and say that you think it'd be grand for your children to smoke weed.
How would it bother you, love?
You're an accident.
You know what grass is.
I think she does. I think she does. Hang on a second, Linda. Mary wants to have a word with you. Mary, you heard Linda. A grandmother smoking weed. Linda
actually seems that she's off her bean at the moment, and if any car is around her or anyone that's in the area and sees her getting in this car, run a fucking mile, because she sounds and acts at the moment the way she's talking, and I back up that other girl 110%. She doesn't see what we see on the road every day. She doesn't see the lives that are going away because of the stupidity of people being off their bean or off their faces on drugs and alcohol. Cop onto yourselves and get off the road. Make it safe for the people.
Mind your own business, would you?
You are my business. You are.
How would you?
My business.
Mind your own
I
business.
drive the road in a safe, legal manner every day. And
She was about drugs last night. Now it's about smoking weed.
Your daughter, I would
what's next?
into you. You are a silly, older woman that needs to grow up and cop onto yourself, because you are going to kill someone or you're going to be the root problem of bad accident because of your...
one out that mind your own business, would you?
You are my business. I drive the roads every day, and I meet assholes like you every day cutting people up because you're off your fucking face. Cop onto yourself and get a life, and stay in your house and smoke your joint, play with your grandkids in a safe manner, but not out in the road.
Hang on a second, Linda. You said you're a grandmother. You got loads of kids of your own or whatever.
I'm a great grandmother.
Okay, all right. Do you not think? Do you not think that? Okay. You know, Tom was on the phone earlier on. You're not alone. A load of other people are texting him, and we've been talking about things people do when they're driving. It's not just texting and Facebook, and another guy was looking at YouTube movies.
Because at the end of the day, that's my business what I smoke. I'm not haunting anyone.
Yeah, but no, it's everybody else's business. Do you know why? Because you might be too relaxed someday. You mightn't pay it. I'm sure you're paying attention to the road. But if you're,
I pay attention to the road. Why wouldn't I?
Because you're stoned out of your mind.
I'm not stoned. For fuck's sake, how would I be stoned out of my mind?
Well, if you're having your smoking your weed, why aren't you stoned?
How would that be now? How would I be stoned? I'm 20 odd years smoking it.
So you're immune to it, are you?
That's no harm, Chris.
Linda, hold on, Linda. Trevor is online too. Trevor, how are you?
Trevor's on the line.
Go ahead, Trevor. Go ahead.
I can't believe this, man. It's like
and a grandmother of all people.
Yeah, I'm becoming a great grandmother next month, Chris.
Sure you are.
Linda, were you on it already? Today, you were.
I'm smoking it all my life.
And you're smoking it now, aren't you?
Yes, I'm smoking it
Are you out of your tree now?
5 joints.
Right. Here.
A big 5 joints that I have.
Yeah.
I'm pumping out my brains, I am with that.
Do you know something, Trevor? She really is a great example for a granny, wasn't she?
I'd be afraid to leave my kids anyway. Something, Chris. I wouldn't even say someone. I'd say something.
I'm so well able to drive.
Yeah, I'm sure you're well able to drive. You sound like you're on.
Linda, you can't even talk, never mind drive, for Christ's sake. You can't.
She sounds.
You're not capable. You can't even string a sentence together, woman. I mean, your reaction times would be slower than God knows.
I'm 20 years smoking it.
Yeah, I think. And the 20 years must be just a haze that's just way gone at this stage. Way.
Stop out that, Chris, whatever, fuck's sake, come on out of that.
You're a granny who should be able to be an example to everyone, and you're not. You're a granny who's stoned out of her tree. You're stoned out of your mind, woman. And you drive, and people like Trevor, Mary, and Tara meet you every day in the road. Lord Jesus, help us. There you go, Mary. That would put the fear of God in most motorists, wouldn't you?
Just tell me where that woman lives so I don't actually drive next or near her or in the vicinity of her.
You should have mind your own business.
But you've made it my business. You've made it my business. You're driving on the road under the influence of drugs.
I'd love to give you a pull of it, you know that? See which way you go.
Mary, but you see the thing is, if I was that I'd smoking in the privacy of my own home.
I know, but so on.
And making endangered people's lives. But Mary, you sound stoned now. Do you actually realise?
I'm not stoned out of my head, though. I'm not stoned.
Well, you're not exactly, together, are you?
I'm not together, Chris. How am I not together?
Would you drive... All right, if you decided... Hang on, just let me ask you a question, Linda. Would you go out now and drive if you wanted to pop down to the Chinese?
At the moment, Chris, I'm driving up to Two Carriage Road.
No, you're not.
Now, have you anything to say about that, Chris?
I don't think you are.
On a phone and stoned as well.
I don't think... Actually, Linda, I don't think you know where you are, love. I don't think you know where you are half the time. But the very fact, you see, most people... Hang on, Linda, will you be quiet for a second? Let me speak to you.
Go on.
Most people, I don't know, maybe agree with this, Mary. Most people mature with years and they get a little bit of common sense and cop on.
Who stoned you or me?
You are, love.
You caught me, Mary. My name's not Mary.
I was talking to Mary. All right. I was talking. Jesus Christ. I was talking to Mary, right? Who's driving the car. Jesus, Linda, you're stoned out of your box.
I'm stoned out of me box. Tell him I'm stoned out of me box.
You don't even know. You don't even know your name, for God's sake.
Can you see me? Can you?
Thank God we can't. No, thank God, no, I can't see you. I can't. No, you're all right. I can't see you at all.
You can't see me. So how do you know I'm stoned out of me box?
Because you told us you're stoned out of your mind. That's why.
I told you I was smoking the big grass.
You're smoking the grass. You said you've been smoking it for 20 years.
Yes, I am smoking it 20 years.
And you drive while you're smoking it?
I do, and I do drive, yes.
Okay. And do you not think that most people would think they'd be a bit nervous around someone who's stoned out of their trolley and driving at the same time?
No, because I tell you, if I didn't smoke, I wouldn't be insane. I'd be a nervous wreck if I didn't smoke.
Well, you're making us all a nervous wreck by the very fact that you are smoking it and driving. That's what we're nervous.
That's no harm, sure. I never had an accident.
Yeah, but how many accidents did she cause? That's my point.
No, sure, I would have more accidents if I didn't smoke. There you are.
Okay, hold on a second. She's, by the way, as I said to you, Mary, she is not alone. She's not alone. We did ask people, to be honest, and just didn't expect Linda to ring up that time, being, of all people, a granny stoned at it. You didn't expect this. On a Thursday night on FM104, it was Phone Show live, at 10 to 10, a granny phones up, stoned out of her tree, driving a car.
On the motorway.
Where would you get it? Just where would you get it? And then given out to me that she thinks I'm stoned. Well, give up at this stage. Carol is on the... Trevor wants to get back in there. Hold on a second. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. Actually, give us a text as well. Do you think that people like Mary, I mean, they're harmless, in a sense. They don't mean any harm. They think it's grand. Carol is on the phone. Carol, how are you?
How are you?
Not bad.
Grand.
I'm not the better of poor Linda, but there you go.
Okay, but she's an old woman, do you know what I mean? I'm a young woman and I'm on it.
She's a granny.
Oh my God. I know, but I can put a sentence together and I'm smoking it, driving around.
But I think she's had too many today. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, well, maybe over the years.
Yeah,
it's tapped our head a bit.
Yeah, because after a while you can have joint after joint after joint, and then you're stoned out of your trolley.
Yeah, but it just gets to a point, right? You do 2 whopper joints and then just nice and easy then for the rest of the night.
So you take it easy, you don't overdo it.
No, don't overdo it. You don't have to overdo it.
What do you say to people? There's a load of people, as you can imagine, calling in, Carol. They're a bit nervous knowing that, all right, it's bad enough drive. It's bad enough, when people are, they're not supposed to be texting and driving and doing all sorts of stuff with their phones. Yeah. Would you'd sit there and you would roll a joint, whatever, and drive a car?
Yeah.
And you haven't a problem with it?
Like a cigarette.
Like a cigarette?
Smoke like a cigarette.
Yeah. Smoking like a cigarette. I get up in the morning, have a smoke, go out, have a smoke. Not a bother to me.
So, but
I don't harm anyone, no one harms me.
But will you drive the car? I don't care. You can smoke all the weed you want, but
Yeah, I'm driving now, actually.
there you go, Mary.
Now you big fucking tick. You need one to mellow yourself out.
Oh my holy God.
There you
I'm
go.
glad I'm actually away from the city at this point.
Look into what it does. It doesn't make you go around like a bleeding zombie. Like whatever your head on fucking gear or something. It's weird. There's a big difference, love.
Okay, what is it? You tell us, Carol, what it does to you.
It just chills you out, mellows you out.
You just chill out a bit. Is that?
I'd rather be around someone that had a joint than someone with drink or fucking gear or anything like that on them.
Okay, Trevor, you're a driver, Trevor.
Oh, Chris, I'm fucking fuming here, man. And do these junkies drive that?
Say again?
I'm fucking chill.
Do these junkies put their kids in the car when they're stoned?
I'm not a junkie, love. I'm not a
you
junkie.
you sound like you're on more than bloody weed. You sound like you're on a big bag of brown.
No, I'm not in a big bag of brown, you dirty fucking... Ooh.
Yeah, well, you sound like you big half a hedging. You fucking drive the kids around. You drive the kids around. You'll be fucking shot, you should.
No, I shouldn't be shot. I didn't shoot you, you big tick, you.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. You was glad to see me. You'd probably see 10 of me. You'd be writing you.
In the book by its cover, what? Because the way I speak, I sound like a junkie?
No, I think you're a junkie because you're fucking getting stoned and getting behind the wheel of a car.
I can behind the wheel. I have my seatbelt on.
Yeah, I'm sure your kids aren't bouncing around the back of the chair. Back of the bloody car.
What you say?
And do you make sure your kids are strapped in as well, do you?
Of course I fucking do, yes
yeah,
I do.
I'm sure you do with your big cone hanging out your
I
mouth.
drive at the speed limit too, I don't overdo it.
Yeah, you probably think you're driving at the speed limit.
I do.
You're doing 100,
I do.
50.
Right, yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, yeah.
Yeah.
You probably do 100 thinking you're doing 50, you do half
You're
a head.
probably doing a bit of snips, you fucking idiot.
Okay, is your faith restored, Mary? Doubt it.
I'm just absolutely flabbergasted here. I really am. If a joint was okay to be smoking, driving the car, it would be illegal. It would be legal to do it.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter that it's illegal, you shouldn't be doing it. It's like texting, it's like on the phone, it's like all of that. You're not supposed to do it. For the short trip you're doing, I'm sure you could survive without having the joint. When you get to your...
And they drink.
All my point is, I'm travelling the road every day, and there's nothing but nutheads on the road, and people are getting killed. And the people that get injured is innocent people that's trying to get their day-to-day business in a safe manner.
They nearly killed me yesterday on the road.
Who nearly killed you?
Taxi man.
Yeah, but the thing is...
I don't know what.
He was probably texting.
It's sounding a bit weird.
What I'm saying is, people that are not flaunting the law, they're the people that are causing accidents. If everyone was mindful on the road, we wouldn't have anything like that.
And don't have nothing in them. Breaking lights.
Exactly. But there could be texting, there could be on the mobile phone, or there could be smoking a joint.
Okay, let me hang on. I'll come back to you girls in a second. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. 53104 for 20 cents. Okay, it began by texting, and then we were talking about looking at YouTube and Facebook and everything else while you were driving. And now we've had a granny, Linda, and she has a bit of weed when she's driving, and now she's a grandmother. Here's another one. Chris, can't believe it. I don't care how long you've been driving. It's not up to you to judge how good you are. It's up to the law to decide if you can drive. If these kind of assholes we meet, and your car insurance is going up next year, thanks again for the scum of the earth, uneducated junkies who can't hold a conversation, never mind a job or a life. And there's a lot more, by the way. Imagine the poor grandkids being asked what granny's occupation was a year ago. Sweet God, zombie nation we're living in. Dave is on line one. Dave, you're live at FM104. How are you, Dave?
How are you, Chris? Linda and Carol, you're two gobshites. First of all, you're actually out breaking the law, and you're a granny. A granny.
Yeah, a granny of all people.
Yeah.
Granny with 16
She's
grandchildren.
a granny.
Yeah.
I don't mind the other weapon. The other weapon probably hasn't even got a child, and which would be fucking great if she didn't have any kids. I mean, that's a great example to be shown anybody, and they'll probably even roll it in front of fucking kids.
No, I don't.
You don't roll in front of the kids, Linda, no?
I don't, no.
That's a great example. No, she does. She does, of course she does, because she doesn't give a shit. I mean, why is she on the radio station now bragging and blowing what she's doing?
Because she doesn't think there's anything wrong with it, Dave. That's
there is
why.
something wrong. It's against the fucking law.
They know.
She drives out now and somebody else that has nothing on them, nothing at all on them, and crashes in them accidentally.
Yeah, but they're convinced, as we had on earlier on, convinced people are on Facebook, people look at movies, there's a long list. And now we have the grannies. I know I'm as shocked as you are. The last thing I expected was a granny to ring me up and said she was having weed for the past 20 years and she was grand driving.
Yeah,
sad. I tell you, I'm only back from the dam, and over there's working class people, there's grannies, because it's legalised over there.
They have a law there, love. They have a law there. It's against the law to fucking do it here, not over there.
Yeah, I understand that.
You don't understand that. You see, that's where you are. You're probably there every few weeks in the dam, and you probably have your own little going on. You can get stuff fucking posted back and grow your own shite and all the rest.
I wouldn't do that because the cops are well into that. Hold on a second. 53104 for 20 cents. It's FM104's phone show live. Danielle. Hello, Danielle.
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. Okay, what do you say? These are mothers and grannies we're talking to.
Do you know what? I've heard it all. Don't get me wrong. I have a drink.
Yeah.
If the girl wants to smoke it in her own time, but what she is doing is putting people's lives in danger. I don't care how much of a functioner she is.
Yeah.
She should be this. And do you even hear her? I went to the dam. Wait, she's 20 kids hanging over, yeah? Oh, I'll tell you. If this is the standard for Irish women these days, you should be ashamed of yourself.
She's not. I mean, but Carol, you're convinced it's grand.
Shameless human being. Honest to God, shameless. Oh. Do you know what, love, you'd want to do is put down your bag of weed, grow a brain that you're burnt out from that substance.
Yeah.
And honest to God, what would you do if you smashed into someone after too many joints and you left them crippled in the wheelchair, you left them brain dead?
Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Why is it not going to happen, Carol?
It's not going to happen because I'm going around with joint and I'm going to drive safe, yeah? But you know what? Listen, personal preference, if you smoke at home, that's all well and good. But what you're doing is putting lives at risk and you think that's okay. And that's all right. But I'm telling you here and now, whatever brain cells you have completely smoked.
Loads of brain cells, love. Loads.
Are you sure? Yeah. You know what? You're back to long term.
Of course I am.
And come here, listen, you say you have a child, yeah?
She's one child. One child.
One child. And would you honestly smoke a joint in the morning? I think that's okay to probably bring your child out or bring them to
my business, love.
Your business?
Yeah.
But you know what? Come here, listen, each their own, and that's fair enough. But as a mother, you should shame yourself.
You see, Danielle, what you're saying is, which a lot of people are saying, smoke as much as you want at home, whatever. Not while you're driving. I mean, if you want to smoke a joint, go ahead. It's your life.
It's blown out of proportion. It's blown out of proportion.
Wake up and have a cup of tea.
I'll be aware of what's going on.
Okay, Danielle, Carol is saying it's all blown out of proportion. She's not stoned out of her tree when she smokes weed and drives. What do you say to that?
Substance. That's like saying it's okay to have 2 or 3 pints to drive.
True.
No. Don't agree with the drinks now driving.
I'm sorry, love, you're being a hypocrite. That's like saying I can have 2 or 3 pints. I'm not locked, but I can drive.
I'm not being a hypocrite. Out straight. I'm not being a hypocrite. I've been in the car with many people that just took a joint or had a joint. And I've been in the car and I've actually got myself out of the car with a person with gargle on them. Under any car with a person that
I'm not one of those, like, oh God, don't smoke weed. I'm not one of those. Have in the evening, if your day's work is done with your kids or whatever, and your kids are in bed, walk away. Each man to their own point. But when you're getting into a car, that's literally like walking into a pub and justifying having a couple of pints and saying,
no,
okay, I'm used to having a couple of pints.
No.
Okay, well, I want to ask the same question, if I can, too. We go back to the granny, Linda, who's been on it for 20 years. And Linda, I know you probably agree with Carol. You smoke weed and you drive. I do,
yes.
And you've been doing it for years.
Yes, 20 years I'm doing it.
And you're not stoned.
Linda, that's like taking a few Valium and then driving and saying it's all right.
Would you go and mind your own bleeding business, would you? Did you ever smoke, eh? Would you know anything about it, you fool, yeah?
Yeah, excuse me, I have smoked on many occasions.
She has smoked it, Linda.
Hold your head off, yeah. What would you know about smoking, eh? I'm smoking it 20 bleeding years. Look away out, that's like a cigarette to me.
No, you're a functioner.
Go home and wash yourself.
You're a functioner, that's what you are. Well, you're a functioner, yeah?
Go on, a bar of soap.
A bar of soap, for what?
Yeah, go on.
I don't think she's quite hearing you, Danielle, for some reason.
What's she saying, Chris?
What she's saying is you just barely function. That's all you do. You're only taking it to function. That's it.
I'm 20 years, Chris. I'm not ever going to stop now. I'm 56 years of age.
No, people, you see, no one cares about you smoking. You can smoke as much as you want. It's up to you. It's your body. But they do care about you smoking your weed while you're driving. That bothers people.
I drive safe. I drive safe. I do. I drive perfect. I do. And I'm willing to do it.
And it's bad as a functioning substance user. End up. You're a functioning.
I was in a boating car and I drive it very carefully.
Okay, well, she drives very carefully. We've heard it all. 6797 FM104 is our phone number. 53104 for 20 cent. We've lost Danielle, but we will try Paul. Paul is on the phone. Hello, Paul. How are you?
Hello, Chris.
Not bad, Paul. Not bad. You see, loads of people are saying to us, okay, we get it. You can have your weed. You can enjoy it. You can do what you want. Grand. But what do you say to people, even grannies calling us in, Paul, who were on it for 20 years, and they said they feel more relaxed on it, just like you, I think. Do you feel a bit more relaxed?
I'm the exact same. When I'm driving, any time I get into any of the lads' cars or my own car or the father's car, I won't get into the car without having a joint before I drive.
But is that not dangerous in the sense you need it to relax?
Not even to relax. It's just it's a common thing now. Constantly, it's just the daily thing with me. Do you know what I mean? It's some people. I know it sounds stupid when people say this, but some people have a big, strong immune system that they can have a joint. They can just chill out. They're not stoned way people think your eyes hanging out your head. It's not like heroin when you're smoking. For fuck's sake.
I know. We know that. I mean, most people realise it's not.
It doesn't reflect on your driving either. Well, it doesn't on mine and a lot of the lads right now. It doesn't reflect on their driving. How many people have you heard from crashing that were under the influence of weed? All things. Have you heard of any bad crashes or anything like that?
I've heard of a few.
I haven't heard of many.
I've heard of a few.
I'd say there's a lot more that sniffing coke and drink driving and people on phones, texts. Sure, the police are on the phones every day of the week while they're driving.
Well, you see, this is what we began talking about at 9, about texting, and then other people were saying to us that they were on Facebook and they were using their smartphones continuously. But what do you reckon? I mean, do you think it's worse to text?
I think it's a lot worse to text. I can tell you a story now. We were stopped going up to the mountains, up to the Hellfire Club in the car. And the guard stopped us and they could smell the weed in the car and they're like, are you smoking? They asked me and I was driving. I said, yes, I had a few drags of joint. And he was looking and the two of them were talking. He said, two detectives nowadays were.
Right.
We just pulled in at the Hellfire Club. We were going to get out and head up to the Hellfire Club. We were pulled in right at the gate. Now we were parked outside of it. Two coppers pulled up, smelled this, said, are you smokers driving? I said, yeah, I'm not having a few drags off it. And the two of them were talking. He says, are you going to be driving now? I said, no. I said, I'm going to walk up there and then I'll be driving back. And it's not a bother. He sent me off, you go.
That's different though, isn't it? Let's
be honest. Really, he should have stopped me. He should have took me out of the car. I was still in the driver's seat. The engine was still driving. The engine was still taking over. And I'm at the telling them I'm smoking grass. They didn't care.
Okay, what do you say to people who are nervous? They're nervous, Paul, when they realise you have a granny calling us up and some of them sounded stoned now. You don't sound stoned, but some of them do, Paul. Let's be honest.
Some of them do, but Chris, you can sound stoned and then there's another thing where you actually know yourself. It's stupid as it sounds. A lot of people that smoke grass, it makes them more alert, makes them more aware what's going around them, it makes them a little bit quicker sometimes as well, you know.
So why do you think the guards are testing for that as well, and they'll do you for it?
It's all down to these. You have to start throwing laws in everywhere now. They're throwing laws in now that you can get done if you don't have this safety thing in your boot now as well. They're throwing laws in here, left, right and centre, do you know what I mean?
But you would feel, alright, for people listening right now, I'll read some of the comments coming in here. This is about Linda, who was on to us. Chris, she is setting an amazing example for her grandkids. Imagine how they're going to turn out. An absolute disgrace of a human being. If she smokes it with the kids in the car as well, passive smoking, she's not. She doesn't do it in front of the kids, she said. Not a great example to kids, though. Granny stoned is rolling a joint and then going to drive a car. You have to admit, people can be a bit worried about that, Paul.
Can be a bit worried.
Not everyone's like you. Not everyone.
Apart from the ones that's driving the car, it's no one else's business. Like, some cunts just have their nose in too many people's business. Gets them into trouble, you know.
Yeah, but it becomes everybody else's business when if you're on the road.
Car with 2 or 3 of the lads, and we've had a half ounce of cocaine, which is 14 grams, and usually by the end of the night we'd be going home with about a gram each. Do you know what I mean? We've smoked all that in the car, and we're still grand driving around.
But you're convinced you're grand. You may not be.
I know I'm grand. I've never had a crash. I've never done a bad thing.
You're lucky.
Grand driving around.
Yeah, you're a lucky guy. Thank God you're
There's a lot of people out there that will not drive without the stuff.
What does it say about them if they need it to function?
Well, what does it say to a lot of people in this country that need a phone in their hand while they're driving?
It's not quite the same. The phone is not an addiction.
Listen to the phone may as well be an addiction now to some people. It's never out of hand.
Okay, it's a chemical addiction. So what does it say about somebody that you need this to drive? You feel you need it to drive?
Well, I won't get into a car without having a joint. That's just me.
So if somebody says to you,
I like driving when I'm having a nice bit of chill on me.
Okay, if somebody says to you, there's a lovely car for you, Paul, enjoy it, beautiful model, you can't smoke anything. Don't be smoking.
Well, I wouldn't be driving it.
And do you not get worried? I mean, I'm just thinking about it logically here. You need something in your body so you can drive the car.
So I know myself. I can get into a car and drive it without smoking. But I just rather get into a car and just music on, chill out, cruising. That's it. It's just something that's in my daily routine, you know.
Imagine people listening now how weird that sounds to them.
But see, it's a lot of people to weird to people that don't smoke it.
Oh, there's plenty of people who smoke it.
That's what I'm saying. But it sounds weird to people that don't smoke it. People that think that this is a bad thing. Like, look over in Canada, it's recreational over there. You can drive around, stoned out your head. You can smoke in the street. You can walk around. Look at Amsterdam, the exact same thing. People say about laws.
No.
It's laws legal to smoke it. It still should be illegal to drive a car under the influence.
I'm not talking about smoking. Loads of people can smoke it. That's not an issue. The issue is, it certainly becomes everybody else's business because whatever way it reacts with your body, is it a good idea to smoke while you're driving?
But it reacts to some people well and it reacts to some people it doesn't. People that smoke it, that get in behind the wheel of a car, no, yeah, that's grand, they can smoke it. Some people don't then, because they know they can't.
Because I've seen people, and you probably have as well, not everyone reacts the same, as you quite rightly said.
Yeah, not everybody reacts the same.
Some people are stoned out of their trolleys.
Me, I'll get into a car and I'm stoned and no, they can't drive. I've never seen anybody get into a car that knows they're stoned, they will not drive it, you know what I mean?
Well, I've got to say, Paul, by the way, many of your mates do it.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to name them, but ish.
Out of eight people that drive, I reckon there's only 2 that don't smoke grass that drive. Everybody else does.
You're joking.
Chris, you'd be surprised. I know it sounds stupid. There's a lot of guards out there that smoke it as well and drive. I've came across 1 or 2 the side of the road and seen them smoking and they're driving.
So we just let you go, and let's be honest, you know.
No, I'm on about there's guards and they're off duty smoking and they're driving their cars as well.
I can understand that. Hold on a sec. How many... Sorry, we're going to move on in a second. How many people can understand, Paul, comes across a very reasonable lad. How many people will say, yeah, you understand this guy? 6797 FM104 is the phone number. Stephen.
How are you?
Stephen's on line 1. Stephen, you're live in FM104. There's Paul, happy as Larry, sitting there, having his joint, driving his car. In fact, he said he couldn't drive the car unless he had a joint.
So when he went to get his driving licence, did he have a joint before he went in to pass?
Yeah, I was stoned when I went in for my full test, and I was stoned when I went to do my theory test as well.
You're talking that much pony.
How am I talking that much pony? Tell us how.
You're telling me that you can smoke weed and drive and it doesn't affect your driving.
Doesn't affect my driving in the slightest.
No, that's why there's a law against it.
Listen, there's a law against a lot of things about putting a seatbelt on you but you're not using a phone and driving on a certain speed. So there's a lot of laws being broken constantly on a daily basis. And who are you to tell me that I'm lying and I know we smoke on a daily basis? Get in behind the wheel of a car, never had a crash, never nothing.
Well, I tell you one thing, they're bringing a new intoxicator now and they're going to be dipping people for fucking drugs in their blood. And I hope
they are, yeah.
So, listen, that'll come in and that'll be going out the window like the seatbelt enforcement and like the full license enforcement.
The seatbelt's not enforced, mate. I wear my seatbelt and I'd report someone that didn't wear their fucking seatbelt.
Well, you're a rat then, aren't you? You're one of these little grass then that's not happy with the people on the road.
I see these people driving around with the kids in the back of the car, no belts on and no seats. That's the type of society you want to live in. Fair play to you, buddy. Because the time you wrap the car around a tree or kill a woman walking down with a pram or something, you'll be the proud and you'll be the big man. But I'll be the one driving sober and with my seatbelt on. And I'll be pissing myself laughing at you because you're a fool.
Yeah, but you're saying all this and you haven't got a notion like I can smoke 4 or 5 joints and get behind the wheel of a car, not a bother and drive, not a bother on me.
You're a fucking stoner and you're great. You're sitting there now, you're stoned and you're talking.
I'm not stoned now.
No.
I'll be stoned in a minute. I have a nice big fat joint sitting there in front of me. I'm not going out on a spin.
Such a cool dude.
I'm not going out on a spin.
Yeah, I know, you're so cool, but I'll tell you one thing. You'll live to regret it one day.
I won't. I'll be grand driving my car up to McDonald's now to get myself a little munch, have a joint with the music on with the lads.
Every time you have a joint, you kill another one of them little brain cells you have. And
hold on a second, you're getting all this in, this little brain cell business. You know it's being clinically proven that all this talk about grass doesn't kill off so many brain cells as you think now.
I'll tell you one thing. That's why every cigarette in the world, it kills you. You know what I mean? That's what so pot is good for you. We just stop talking, no?
Hold on a second. You can smoke a joint or have a nicotine in it.
Well, what you rolling with?
You can you roll it in blunts. You can use a vaporizer. You can use a bong. You can use whatever you want.
You said you had a big fat joint there a second ago, Rose.
Sorry?
You said you had a big fat joint there, all ready to smoke now.
I said I have a big fat joint there. Who said it has nicotine? Who said it's not a blunt?
Yeah, all right.
Who said it's not a blunt? Blunt or skins or rolling papers that you smoke.